What up, girl? Yeah.
Welcome to hell. How may I direct your call?
Tell me the whole look. What is everything? The nails matching the hair, the jewelry.
The
Yeah,
expression, the expression of abject exasperation. Hell is real.
that was real. Ohio.
That's the only thing that make this outfit better would be a pin that says hell is real.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. I actually just talked to somebody who moved to Ohio and he was like, yeah, I thought those were made up signs. He's like, I there was just one with the Ten Commandments in a cornfield. And I'm like, welcome.
Welcome to Ohio. How may I direct your call? So I got this sweater on Etsy. It's actually a sweater wiggle dress. So it has it's like, remember we talked about sweater meat on the show before? You can't
Yes.
tell in this lighting, but this is like peak sweater meat for me. I
Girl.
know.
Yes,
I don't want to
dear.
get demonetized, so I'm not gonna let, it all hang out. But it's a very flattering sweater. And a nice sort of like mid thigh length. It's very sexy with some thigh highs. And I got this costume jewelry from a drag jewelry place on Etsy that I can't remember the name of. But I loved that they had like big sets that, like, the kind that is like an entire bib of costume jewelry, like pageant jewels. They sell pageant jewels, but they also sell some nice understated pieces for like the career girl on the go. Yeah. So, and my hair's growing out and it's too long to have normal bangs, so I sort of swept it over in this sort of Lois Griffin moment.
It's very 60s. You're giving so much 60s tonight.
I'm secretarial.
You are. You always are. Well, I have a maroon sweater on, not a black one.
Oh,
So we're
yum
all
yum.
taking risks.
It's
We're
kind
all taking risks.
of it's kind of like a dark mulberry, can I say?
This is
It's
very nice. It's
yeah,
a wine
a
sweater,
claret, a nice claret
a
burgundy.
little crop top.
Hmm.
That's it.
There she is. Nice ribbed texture we have going on there.
That's all she wrote.
Oh, that's showbiz.
That's it, pop. Girl. What are we talking about? Oh my
Girl.
goodness.
Tonight we're talking about le danse. Or is it la danse? I don't French is kind of hard for me now. I haven't taken it since college. Talking about dance. What's the role of dance in seduction, relationships? Does it keep your relationship alive, or is it a thing that one of you enjoys and the other one dreads? You know?
But I think also the dynamic of like dancing in relationship and not, you know?
Yeah. I only like to dance by myself. That's my controversial yet brave, my controversial stance on the topic.
Yes.
I don't really like
Yes.
to dance with others. I like to dance by myself
Really? Why?
because I need space. I I'm very tall. No, this is funny. Like, me and my partner have always wanted to like take couples dancing classes, but I can't wear heels because I'm already 6'1" and he's 5'9". So
Right,
with the
right.
heels, I'm like 6'4", and at that point, I can just like, like, I'll just be pretending to hold on to him, and he'll be like down here holding on to my butt. Doesn't work too well.
Love that.
What about you? You like a nice couple dance?
I enjoy dancing, but I think I don't love like a planned set of moves
Oh, you
necessarily.
don't want choreo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank
Okay.
you for finding the actual word for what I'm trying to say. I really appreciate that. You're a moron. So we took
It's
so
like a
my part.
script, but for
Yeah,
dancing. I'm just
yeah,
kidding. Yeah.
but it's interesting because I think like growing up, I remember. Okay, so I grew up in Buffalo, New York, and if you crossed the border,
Yeah.
you could drink at 19.
Ooh.
And we would go to this bar called Rumors Nightclub, and it was like all the
Oh my
ads.
god. Why do I feel like every town has a rumors? We have a
Every town is
rumors.
Rumors, and
Yeah.
and the ads were terrifying. It was like free for girls 16 and over and men over 30. Like it was, they
Oh
had
my
like
god.
they had
No.
like the creepiest shit. Like in
No.
retrospect, it was like free for women who shave their pubic hair. Like it was so weird. It was so weird.
Oh my god.
So it was this like really bizarre nightclub. So we'd go up there and and we're like 19, and all of my friends, and I love this group of friends, like they're up from Buffalo. We call them the herd, like the Buffalo herd. And it's
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
And we were friends, and we were all awkward and kind of nerds, but we were like, this is our time. But I just like never made it out. Like braces, and I just put lip gloss on my eyelids because my mom didn't really like let me have eyeshadow. So I like gap lip gloss, so then my eyelids would like stick together. And I had a unibrow and like acne everywhere, and like it just everything about it was,
you know what? I know. And if you didn't have a unibrow with acne, were you living?
Were you even 16?
Yeah.
So anyway, so we would go, and I was always the last apple in the bucket, and no one would ever dance with me.
Aww.
But it's because you know what I mean? Like the men would just grab your ass and just kind of like
do-si-do.
You know what I mean? Well, no, just like yes, do-si-do. That was square dancing.
Skip to my Lou, my darling. Yeah, square dancing at 16.
But anyways, I was really turned off by it, and now that I've gotten older, I really enjoy dancing, and I really enjoy because I'm married into Caribbean culture, like queer Caribbean spaces for dancing are like just glorious and rare.
That's a big part of it too.
Yeah, right? And it is, and it's like it's also about not being, because that's the other piece of it. Like a lot of communal dancing spaces I've been in, like the default of the man asking the women, or not asking, just kind of grinding on or joining in with, right? Like that supposition isn't there in queer spaces, and I think there's so few of them now with the death of gay bars. It's really hard.
You had me at supposition. Let's talk about being queer and being inducted into social spaces with very specific assumptions. One of them being you will drink, right? We've discussed that issue before on this show, how like so much of our social culture, but especially in the queer community, it's like you're not just drinking to be social, you're also kind of drinking to forget. And then you're going on the dance floor and you're expected to sort of participate in this collective social experience where you dance and you enjoy it, and that's where you're like looking to find like you're not looking for Mr. Right, but you're looking for Mr. Right now.
Yes, yeah, and it's like.
And so what if you don't identify with that? Like I was new on the scene in 2008, and I went to Axis, and I was like, I don't know what it is that I'm expected to do here, but I don't think I'm fitting in.
Well, what were you doing that you felt like you knew?
Well, first of all, I was very socially awkward, and I liked to get to know people before I am touched by strangers. So people will want to possibly dance, possibly grind, possibly make out with you on the dance floor. And I didn't have the confidence or the boundary setting skill back then to be like,
who did?
Yeah. I'm here on the dance floor because I want the music to move me.
Right.
I want to turn the beat around, Gloria Estefan. And I Queen of the Night. And
Gloria Estefan and the Miami Sound Machine, you mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. I wanted to I wanted to let the music move me, and I'm such a solo dancer, and I didn't realize, because back then you're like, oh, I must just not have figured it out yet. I knew I liked the solo dancing, and I would figure out how to do the dancing with other people. And Brooke, I'm here to tell you, all of you at home, I have not changed in that entire time. I love to go to a dance club when it is early in the night. Partly because I'm old and I want to go to bed, but also because no one's out yet. And so the music is playing. There's a lot less social anxiety, crowd anxiety at play, because the place is not packed, right? People haven't even showed up yet. And by the time the dance floor starts to fill in, that's when I'm leaving.
Yeah.
So I like to go when it's dead, dance and have my own space, because I need wingspan, you know what I mean? I'm doing this.
100%.
Yeah.
You usually have a prop of some sort.
Fully.
Like, there's a lot going on.
Get yourself a prop. You will not regret it. It doesn't matter what it is.
Girl, I do need a fan.
Yeah, it might be a fan, it might be some silks, it might be a battle axe. Anything that makes you feel fun and sexy and powerful, you should swing it around.
Built.
I'm also maybe not
what
like most
makes
people.
Every woman feel sexy.
A battle axe. A labrys for you lesbians at home.
Yes.
I don't know that because I was like really knowledgeable about the queer community back in the day. I just really liked European weapons.
Oh yeah, no. I was like, you learned that from like your vampire game or some shit.
I played a lot of video games, yeah. So I didn't want people to get in my way, and so after it gets busy enough, then you go somewhere and have a nice nightcap and talk and sort of like debrief about the dancing experience, and then you go to bed. Cash me out, Mary.
You know, I think about it and I'm like, one of the things people are like, oh, it's so crowded and it's a positive. And I think to your point, especially for gay clubs, it's like, oh, it's a positive because if you're there to meet someone, then yeah, it is.
Yeah. I also, you know, Brooke, this might surprise you, but I also really like attention. And so nowadays, I will also do this thing, which I'm not saying is responsible or, you know, even advisable, but I like to get a little get-up together. We did this together in Fort Lauderdale, and it was so much fun. I like to get a little get-up together, and if I'm not able to access my first love, which is moving around and dancing on the dance floor, I can at least access my second love, which is being looked at.
Girl, I feel like no, but that's the thing is like I feel like we talked about expression and everything on here, and I think that's all connected, right? It's like the comfortability of moving in your body and moving with your queerness proudly and loudly.
Mm-hmm.
Like that in itself is a release, especially like when we're queer code switching all the time.
Yeah. Brief aside, I realized when I was in, Alaska with my family recently this summer, I was wearing this very outfit that you see before you, and I was going through like I forget what it's called, but it's the Alaska equivalent of Giant Eagle in rural Alaska. And we were getting snacks and chips and, you know, a couple drinks to take down to an Airbnb that we stayed for like a night just for a change of scenery. And so we're in this grocery store. I'm in this and 4-inch combat boot heels. You know the kind.
I love those boots.
Thank you. You've read my blog. And
yes.
I'm walking around and my sister's partner, and it was very well-meaning. He was like, you know, does it ever bother you the way people look at you? And I was like, okay, I think he's saying this to me because maybe trans? I don't know exactly why he was saying it, but I said in the most gracious tone I could muster, I said, James, I don't dress like this to not be looked at. I did this on purpose.
Down on a tote.
Yeah.
Oh God, we still need to do our tote giveaway. All right, we'll get that to the end.
Oh my God. My God, our tote giveaway. Do you have them with you?
Yeah, I do, but I want to get. We'll do it. We'll do it. My favorite. I'm sorry, it's another aside. My favorite Alaska moment. So here's the thing about Alaska, which Eileen has never brought me, and it's a sore subject. So if you are out there, dear viewers, I've been pretty subtle about wanting an invitation. We're still waiting, and you know what? We will continue to wait.
Pause for the truth.
But my favorite photo of Eileen from that trip is her in this outfit in like a rural Alaska Pizza Hut.
Not that one. The one I sent to you.
Yeah, just to me. And it's you having. Remember, you ever been to a bar where you like know they don't have wine glasses, and it's just like they send out the 2 wine glasses they have, and they're like dusty.
Put a pin in that because I have a story about that too.
Oh, good. And it was one of those little wine glasses, like the ones like your grandma had, because she's like, Chablis, anyone? And
Chianti.
And she would like you were drinking out of this hilarious wine glass in a wood paneled pizza joint.
Yeah.
And you were like, it's over for these hoes.
Yeah. Yeah. The Lions Club in Kenai, Alaska didn't see me coming.
And the hoes are the Lions Club.
Yeah. We were in a room by ourselves in the back with the entire Kenai chapter of the Lions Club. It was hilarious. And by the end of it, they were like, you all seem really interesting. Do you want to join the Lions Club? And I was like, ha ha, my application's in the mail. See you later.
Gotta go.
Like, thank you, no. But I did think it was very thoughtful of them to ask me. Like, if you can get over what I perceive to be many barriers that it would take to talk to this cross-dresser from hell, then I really applaud your openness, frankly. I think that's why.
I love it. Whatever, fuck off. They're just looking for recruitment. They're losing numbers to death. And there you go.
Well, they did.
Anyways, okay.
They had some children there. They were not interested. They were all on their like Game Boy Colors or whatever the kids are doing now.
Game Boy Colors, Jesus. Anyways, so
smartphones.
Tell me your story about tiny dusty wine glasses.
Oh,
you have a lot.
I love this. So I have this habit, Brooke. You know this very well. I love to go to any bar and ask for a Manhattan first. I don't care what kind of place it is.
Crazy. This is honestly, no, this is the most dangerous thing Eileen does in public.
Because
she's like, could I have a Manhattan? But by the way, she doesn't have hair there. Like, her hair's not long enough.
This is kind of a random thought. I never order these. Could I have a Manhattan?
And then but here's the thing, you order it like that and whimsically, and they're like, and you're like, oh. And then you like, you know what I mean? Then you slowly reveal that you fucking know how to make a perfect Manhattan. And they're like, is it sweet vermouth? Is it vermouth? And you're like, what?
I'm like, a little bit more. Keep going. I like supervise them while they're doing it. But the funny thing is, so like, it is also dangerous because you don't know how long that vermouth bottle has been sitting out.
Does it go bad?
They can.
And they have.
I've had rancid vermouth, and I will send the drink back. I don't know what, Brooke. I don't know why. I just like, maybe I've been working in hell for too long, but I just sometimes I love to roll the dice. What are we gonna get? You never know. It might be good.
Not a good Manhattan, and I love it. Sometimes you'll get it, and you'll be like, "This isn't good." Yeah. Like I fucking know.
I went to a dive bar. Okay, so another thing about Alaska, I was waiting for my family to make plans, so I left them and I took a bus to downtown Anchorage. And when it was about 3 p.m., I was like,
"Why wasn't I there?"
I know. This is the part where I really wish you were there. It was 3 p.m. and I was like, well, I guess it's time to start day drinking. So I just started bar hopping and I ended up at a gay dive. Not a gay dive. I wish. That was a Freudian slip.
Oh, girl, I'm like, tell me about it.
I ended up at a straight dive.
I ended up being gay at a dive bar.
Yeah. I mean, it was a gay dive when I walked in. But
yeah,
I'm here. And I was sitting across from the bar from this gentleman in his 70s. This silver-topped white man with this trucker hat that said, I heart titties and beer. And I was like, I'm home. Let's have a Manhattan.
You did not order a Manhattan at that bar.
I did.
You did not order a Manhattan.
I did.
That is a war crime. I'm surprised Alaska's still a state. What did they do?
They kicked me out of the state. No, they gave me Manhattan. It wasn't good. The vermouth had gone off. And I met this lovely man from Canada who was a firefighter. And also a father of 3. So I was like, I'm not gonna, I'm not like trying to actively break up people's relationships. You know my ethics.
No, first of all, untrue. But second of all, more really, you don't want those kids. Look at you acting all altruistic and shit.
Yeah.
We get real on this. Yeah.
But the funny thing about the story was, and then, yes, the tote bag. Oh, the yikes tote bag. The thing about the story is, when I order a Manhattan at places like that, I'm like, I would like it up, and do you have a glass with a stem? And on more than one occasion, they will bring me the only stem glass they have in the entire bar. And I feel very taken care of.
It's small, right?
No, it's usually around this size. I've been served a Manhattan in a margarita glass before. And I said, thank you so much.
Oh my God, how did you live to see the day? A margarita glass?
Yeah. And some other people that might be off-putting to them, but just knowing that I don't know, there's like some kind of deep ingrained like fake exclusiveness about it. It's just so campy to me.
It is. It is.
It's the only stem glass, and then it's the wrong glass, and I'm drinking like a terrible Manhattan out of it. It's kind of like going to a gala in a clown wig. I just love it.
Like what did someone call your hair?
Oh,
beat ass wig?
A shake and go wig. Yeah.
Shake and go wig.
Good for her. Maybe now she can get another shake and go wig. And I was like, honestly, fair.
No notes.
Yeah. Anyway, we're here to talk about dancing.
No, I I will say this may be controversially brave. I actually don't know. But I don't find like I remember at Wall Street and the lesbian nightclubs back in the day, even in New York when I was up there after the opera, I just never really like found sexiness on the dance floor. And I think it's because I don't really take myself very seriously dancing. But like I was never the like, especially in like lesbian bars with hyper butch femme like gender roles.
Yeah.
I was never like the sex pot femme. Like I would always dance and I love dancing, but I was never, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't find the sex appeal on the dance floor that I think other people have.
Yeah.
In general.
I actually don't like to invest too much in the sexiness of dancing. Like, I don't like the kind of dancing that is trying to, like, court somebody or impress them. The best dancing experiences in my life, apart from the ones I've had on my own, because I get in a meditative state and I don't care what's happening. Like, it's about me and no one else. But there was a time when you and I went to Palm Beach Island to the Leopard Lounge. Do you remember? And we were dancing together on the dance floor, and it wasn't like a sexy experience, but it was a really powerful experience. And I feel like it was because no one else was willing to just let go of their inhibitions in that way. And because you and I are performers and we have this deep connection with one another, we weren't dancing as a couple, but we were definitely dancing together, and we were laughing, and there was no kind of like pretension or expectation around it. We were just kind of like letting the music move us. And I think that's like the best part of dancing on a dance floor for me.
The Leopard Lounge so Palm Beach is money. Palm Beach Island is wealth. Okay, like a property it's like old money, new money, Gatsby shit.
Yeah.
A property has been sold on Palm Beach Island since 1892. Like that shit stays in the lineage, right? It's super old money. There's just like European banks and like Gucci's, and that's all you'll see as far as the eye can see. But there's this
also terrifying. Bar. Lots of veneers, lots of spray tans, lots of giant rings.
So many veneers.
I actually fit in pretty well now that I'm thinking about it. The only thing I was missing was the old money.
That's so funny, but it's like this like weird space where like they have a piano player with like a little pre-recorded drum kit and like mirrored ceilings, and they're like, would you like the baked potato or the chili? And I'm like, but then they have a full amazing bar, and I'm like, what is happening? It's just a time capsule. It's a time capsule.
Yeah.
But I love dancing with you on the floor. It was just this like because again, it's like we aren't their demographic. We aren't anything about what they expect. Besides our whiteness, there's nothing about us that fits, and our whiteness protected us that night, as it oft does. But and the fact that they're like, oh, are they sisters?
That's what they asked us at Home Depot too. Maybe they're related. I don't know about that.
We surely are not. All right, so
dish cam.
Impromptu. What do we want to do? Who wants to win this? Yikes. Tote bag.
And it's printed on both sides.
Let me show you all the things it could fit.
Oh, I love that.
It could fit my copy of Cats by Isabella Wilkerson, a classic.
Fabulous.
It could fit 160 disinfecting wipes.
That's so many wipes.
It is. It is. It could fit an oopsie koopsie mug.
Yeah.
But I don't want to put it in there because of all the shit.
Office supplies included.
And a lip gloss.
And that doesn't even scratch the surface. Look at that.
Doesn't even scratch the surface.
Look at that. So much space.
So many antibacterial.
So, if you like my face and tongue-in-cheek jokes about tarot or divination, this is the bag for you.
And it's it's very Show
the design, Brooke.
It's very neat.
Yeah. It says, "Yikes, I don't see that working out." And
Dish cam me. Dish.
You cam? Are on the dish cam, girl.
Oh, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So, yikes.
With that very beautifully made up face. I don't see that working out. You know what? They can't all be winners.
This is a great. You know what this is? This is a great way to dump someone.
Yes.
If you buy this and give them this,
they'll never talk to you again. Done. Guaranteed.
Yeah. So instant. Even if you live together, wrap it up. You know what I'm saying?
You say, listen, I'm going to need you to make the decision that we're never talking again.
How are we going to choose a winner? What is the question for this winner? Hold on, let's see.
Oh my God, I'm seeing double. Girl, how did we not think this out? How did we not plan this? I think it should be, you know what, Brooke, I'm going to be bold. I'm going to be bold on this channel. I think
you should be bold.
I don't like that at all. I'm going to say you need to message me directly. If you want to win this bag, you need to message me directly, and you need to tell me what you think is going to impress me the most. And I'll decide who wins the bag.
All right, you can message Eileen on what platforms?
Instagram or Facebook Messenger.
Okay, and if you are lucky enough to have her phone number, do you accept text message submission?
No, because I won't know that this is for the bag unless you text me and let me know it's for the bag. So, I mean, if it's really good, sure.
Okay, so what you can say to impress Eileen wins the bag. You can follow her on Facebook or on Instagram. Both of the handles are in the Covered Dish pages, and if you don't follow those, we got bigger problems, girl.
Yeah,
bigger fucking problems.
I'm everywhere at Just Being Eileen. So there you go. Everywhere, which I owe to this lady over here.
You surely don't. That was one of our beautiful brainstorming sessions when we lived together and used to drink bourbon that was $5 a bottle or some shit.
Yeah, I had a big old handle of Jim Beam for all of our Yahtzee dates.
Oh, Yahtzee.
Girl, I want to ask you.
I'm giving.
Yes, I want to ask you a closing question before we wrap. If you, let's say something kind of like $2 million, okay? If you could have $2 million, but you could never dance again, would you take it? No, you wouldn't take it?
You?
Absolutely not.
I had to think about it, though.
Girl, I wouldn't take it for $10 million.
Girl, I know you wouldn't. I would take it for 10. All right, y'all. Yikes. Tote bag can be yours. Again,
could be yours
for any occasion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss it. It's gonna smell like me if you're weird at work because I've been playing with it.
That's a bonus. Frankly, that's a bonus. Tote bag with Brooke Cardis scent.
Right, so that's terrifying. All right,
it is terrifying. All right.
Bye.
Let me know. See you next time. Bye.